Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Guys, today I hope you're having a wonderful day on this very grayish, very salt and pepper 21st of November. We had a little bit of a sunrise. Sadly still here but gone. Don't worry, we film it on this one. Today we're talking about one of my favorite movie ever. Now, you've read the title, you saw the thumbnail, right? So you're gonna know what we're talking about. We're drinking de la bonne vieille beach day every day. Un bon produit francophone de Montréal. A little bit of French for you guys. If I had a Spanish product, I would speak Spanish. If I had a taquito in front of me, I would say, oh, yo quiero mucho taquito. También. Oh, que eres increíble. Taquito, eres increíble. Un poco más, por favor. Sí, claro que sí. Una cerveza, por favor. So, a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of French, a little bit of Romanian. About you, faci boyet, cum faci? Bună dimineața, buenas noches. No, that's Spanish. So we're talking about Tropic Thunders. Now, why did we do a little bit of a multicultural intro? Well, because it was planned. I know it didn't seem like it, but it was planned. Because Tropic Thunder is one of those guttiest movie. Why? Because in this movie, Robert Downey Jr. wears blackface, right? In the movie, we have a rapper who constantly talk about fucking bitches, but she's actually gay, right? In this movie, we're talking about drug abuse. In this movie, we're talking about the error of a lifestyle. But it doesn't really matter because the movie in itself is a fucking classic. It's a fucking cool classic. If you never saw Tropic Thunder, you should see it. If you're looking for one reason to see it, because if it was made today, it would be cancelled, right? So Tropic Thunder is this really really clever concept of five dudes, right? Five dudes in a cup. Where's my next porno that I'm gonna write down? But yeah, it's five guys. The burger joint. We're going out in the wild and they're doing this action film, right? And then they get separated and then they get captured by rebels. But those rebels, they think that it's part of the clips. Well, part of the movie. Well, technically not. Technically, the main character, which is Ben Stiller, which I'm a big fan of Ben Stiller, says no, this is a movie, right? Now, these guys, right, are partaking in the movie, but are literally facing kidnapping, or literally facing people that are armed, people that are doing a rebellion. Now, why? The why is the best part of the movie. The why is because you see that all of these actors, right, all of these actors are shit. The character of Robert Downey Jr. is an Australian dude that has been doing such a good work in finding different characters. He's always doing this. It's kind of like a satire. It's kind of like a critic of the method actor, which is like, for example, Jared Leto doing the Joker, or Heath Ledger keeping the costume of the Joker. I like the Joker. That's why I'm using the Joker example. But yeah, method actor. So basically, being in the skin of your character. Fun part. Brad Pitt, right? Brad Pitt, when the movie Fight Club, broke chipped his own teeth to be more like Tyler Durden. Just a little fun fact thrown in there. And see, this character, you have another character who is dealing with a lot of drug abuse, right? But this drug abuse is sad because he's always the funny guy, he's always the fat guy. Nobody really likes him. It's just funny because he's fat. So, which is kind of cool. I don't mean to be a dick, and if by any chance this certain person watches the movie, listen, I'm a big fan. Jonah Hill was stuck in the same situation. Jonah Hill was stuck as the fat guy. And the funniest thing is, Jonah Hill said, you know what? I don't want to be that fat guy anymore. I want to be looking good. I want to be feeling good. I want to be feeling more healthy. And when he lost the weight, guess what? Nobody hired him anymore. Nobody wanted to see skinny Jonah Hill, right? But if you look at the movie that he did, for example, 22nd Jump Street, one of his best movies, right? In my opinion, of course. So that's sad. Then we have the character of Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller, right, is the typical typecast. So Ben Stiller is possibly the most popular of them all, right? But he's always been it's good because it would be content. It would be content that is it is BJ. It is, it is cool because it is concepts that are so surreal, so normal that you actually believe in it. Oops, what is that? Okay. I don't know what that was, but that's not bad. As long as I'm still standing, yeah. So he's been doing this action movie, right? For the longest of time, and each and every single one of them, they're making banks. But it's like, no, I want to do more than that. So he takes a little role, which you see a lot of actors do. They do a passion role, so it's a much lower budget movie, but it's more so something they haven't done before. So usually when an actor wants to branch out, that's what they do. Ultimately speaking, the movie was a disaster. Ultimately speaking, because the movie was a disaster, Ben Stiller, the character of Ben Stiller, lost a lot of street credit, and that's why he's doing the movie. So you see, they all have a reason to be there. And lastly, we got the Jay Baruchel, who is a young actor who wants to do it big. They all have this reason to hang in. And what is kind of cool is in the movie, it's absolutely phenomenal because, well, with the rapper, he learns to be himself. He's gay, and he learns to be himself. He learns to be more in tune with himself. The whole movie, in the first part of the movie, is like he's promoting his drink, he's promoting bitches, and at the second half, he's like, no, that's not me. And it's kind of cool because this is an old movie, a stereotype of, and a rapper, there's no place for homosexuality, there's no place for kind of being more, not necessarily weak, but more in tune with your sentiment, with your emotion, right? So very like, oh, and you need to be a gangster, otherwise you're not a rapper, right? Which I don't believe is true. I don't believe this is true. One of my favorite rapper actually is Mac Miller, who was very in tune with his emotion. One of my favorite rapper is Eminem, who is extremely talented at making song about being funny, but also talented song about being like, he thinks like he's autistic, he thinks that he's different, he feels like he doesn't belong in places, he feel like how he isn't able to appreciate the legacy that he is, and he's still looking for him. So I feel like this is more so, it's kind of crazy because Tropic Thunder is that. Tropic Thunder is this movie about those grand scheme of things, those things that are not making any sense. It's satire. We're taking something and we're making a caricature of it. We're pushing the envelope, we're pushing to a certain degree where it becomes completely nonsensical. Yet in that nonsensical, you find pieces of the real life story that's very sensical. For example, and the character of Robert Downey Jr., with doing method acting, was taking characters so far that he forget who he was. He completely forget who he was. And in the movie, the funniest part is he talks about himself like he's black, and it's funny because he's gonna say, he's gonna be fighting for the he's gonna be fighting, like, say, for example, for the Black Lives Matter. Now, why is it funny? Is because if he wasn't playing the character, not Robert Downey Jr., but the actor, the character in itself, he's just playing a role of being a black guy, and then there's another black guy on the set, and he's actually being victim of not necessarily racism or segregation, but he's being put aside, and then Robert's like, no, we're the same, we're brothers, and the other guy says, no, you're not black, you're acting like you're black, which is even more like I have the word deranging, but that's in French, which is even more like insulting that if you weren't playing the character. And you realize that Robert, the beauty of the character, isn't that it's a one guy that decided to be another race. You realize the beauty of the character of Robert Downey Jr. is, this is so fucking loud, I'm sorry. You realize that the beauty is, it's not that the character he was playing, he doesn't know who he is. He's so much a character that he doesn't know who he is, and that's pretty sad. But again, you would think somebody who's been working his whole life and visiting places and globetrotting and going all around the world, going back to the small apartment that's his, and not knowing where he is or where he belongs, and that's quite normal. And that's pretty much it. And the best part of the movie is Ben Stiller. So Ben Stiller is, again, I'm a huge fan, but the best part about it is he's literally a he's used to be the super big star, but now he's not a big star, and you understand that people don't like him anymore. And he plays this character, right? And he plays this character that is a mentally deficient, a art. And he goes to this place for the kidnap, and that place, the only movie that they have is him playing this character, and they respect him, and he's like, no matter what I did, they do respect my art. They understand that this is a movie. They understand the talent they took. They understand me as an artist, right? And ultimately speaking, this also speaks to me because I was born in the 90s. So when you're born in the 90s, one of the character that you really, really care about is, one of the movie that you really care about is I Am Sam, which is Sean Penn. I Am Sam is this guy who's mentally challenged, who ended up having a daughter. And he doesn't know if he can raise his daughter because he's mentally deficient. Then you realize that it doesn't really matter if he's mentally deficient, he loves his daughter. He loves his daughter more than any other fathers around. Right? And it's beautiful. Anywho, long enough video. It's a great movie if you want to watch something that is completely... Oh, okay, so the character of... Jack Black. Once again, this character that's a bit less interesting. Constantly play the fat guy, the funny guy. But kind of start to loathe himself. Kind of is hyper aware of the situation of, if I wasn't fat, I wouldn't be funny. If I wasn't the way I am, nobody would hire me. And it became this self-loathing, so I started doing a lot of drugs. It's basically this drug addict. That's pretty much a movie. Anywho, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.